nature, harmony in nature. So we discussed all these things last week. Nature is a collection of units. So hope you are able to hear my voice. You can respond. Shall we start the discussion on nature? You can respond to the chat box so that I'll be able to get connected with each of you. Shall we continue with this discussion? Yes. Thank you. Nice. So this was the discussion last week. Nature is a collection of units, different units. So if you want to discuss about nature, if you want to know more about nature, whether it is possible to discuss each of the units separately. So we decided to group the nature into, classify the nature into different groups. So we discussed about physical order, bio order, animal order, and human order. Hope you are able to differentiate each of these orders. We know what physical order is: soil, metal, all those things. And we know the difference between physical order and bio order. If you think about your house is made of different type of things. All those things are physical in nature. There is no growth. Even after 2 years, you are leaving your house and coming back means it's still the same. But what about a bio order? We can see the plants. If you are planting a sapling and maybe you are watering it properly, every day you can see the growth. So that's the difference between physical order and bio order. Growth is there and also respiration is there. So are you able to see this difference between physical order and bio order? You can respond to the chat box. And if we see the animal order and bio order, there also we can see the differences. In animal order, we have animals and birds. Growth is there, respiration is there in both bio order and animal order. But more than that, in animal order, assuming is also there. For example, if you bring a puppy to your home and you are giving a name to it, initially it won't be able to recognize the name. But if you are taking care of that puppy and you are training it, maybe in 2-3 days, it will be able to recognize the name. If you're calling Tommy, it will be able to recognize the name. Same thing we won't be able to expect in the case of a plant. Growth is there, respiration is there in both bio order and animal order. But more than that, in animal order, knowing is also there. That means self is there in the animal order. Are you able to see the difference between physical order, bio order, and animal order? Can you get some responses in the chat box? We had this discussion last week also. You can respond to the chat box. And if you see the human order, human beings, all of us are belonging to that human order. So respiration is there, growth is there, assumption is there. But what is the major difference between animal order and human order? More than this assumption, knowing is also there. We have the capacity to know the things. Self is more developed. That's why human order is having this capacity of knowing. Self is more developed. So this way we can group this nature. We can classify the nature. This is one way of classification. This is one way of categorization, but there are many other ways. When we were in the school, we studied in it in a different manner also, to study nature. But now this is a different way. In our school days, we were discussing it like living things and non-living things. That was another classification. But now we can classify, this is the proposal, classifying the nature as physical order, bio order, animal order, and human order. So We had this discussion last week, and then we were discussing the relationship of mutual fulfillment between each of the orders. So if you see physical order and bio order, we can see mutual fulfillment, and the relationship is cyclic. Every unit is enriched. How it is enriched? Bio order, we can see plants and trees. They are taking nutrients from the soil. And what about the physical order? Bio order is getting enriched by taking the soil, water. They are getting enriched. They are able to grow up. But when the growth of the plants is over, it gets decayed, and that way again enriching the soil. And the place where if you are able to see, there are many trees and plants, water table is high. So there is a mutual enrichment. That is why we are saying that it is cyclic. Both are mutually fulfilling each other. Physical order and bio order are mutually fulfilling. Relatedness, mutual fulfillment means relatedness and fulfillment. Both are related to each other. But if we see the animal order, there also we can see this mutual fulfillment. Animal, they take the plants, they consume the plants, and they take the physical things from the nature for their shelter. And the fecal matter of the animal, that will enrich the soil, that will enrich the nutrients in the soil. And plants are also getting benefited out of this. So this way we can see there is a mutual enrichment. If you see a forest area, this mutual enrichment can be very easily noticed. Plants will be growing up, plenty of plants. It doesn't mean that if there are many plants, the soil is not that fertile. Soil is fertile, soil is getting enriched. No one is supplying any fertilizers or anything, but still natural way it is getting enriched. So are we able to see this mutual enrichment and mutual relationship of physical order, bio order, and animal order? Can I get some responses? If you want to respond something, you can, any comments or anything? Actually, we were having this discussion last week also. So this way, we are able to see this mutual enrichment. So now if we come to discuss about the human order, are we able to see this? We are taking everything from the nature, but are we able to give it anything back to the nature? What do you think about this? What are the issues we are able to notice outside? We are constructing buildings, we are constructing roads, bridges, all the infrastructure, taking the things from the physical order. And we are consuming the plants, fruits, vegetables, and we are taking the plants, deforestation, constructing the buildings, and many things. We are depending this bio order also. And animal order, we are taking many animal products for eating and for making the clothes. There also, the human order is depending on all the other orders. But what about giving back? Are we able to give anything back? So what will be the problem? What do you think about this? So there you can see this question mark. Are we able to see this mutual enrichment with respect to human order to other orders? Is the human order able to mutually fulfilling the physical order or bio order or animal order? But human beings, all of us, we have the natural acceptance. What is naturally acceptable to us? can just think about our natural acceptance. Do we want to live in mutual fulfillment, or do we want to live in mutual opposition, or in harmony? What do you think about this? You can respond. Do we want to live in harmony? That means in mutual fulfillment, or do we want to live in opposition? You can respond to the chat box. Opposition, or you can write in harmony, you can write H. Yes, nice. Chamundeshwari ji is writing harmony. Nice. So that is the natural acceptance. We had this discussion about natural acceptance very early also. Everyone want to, Srinivas Gupta ji also writing, live in harmony. Everyone want to live in harmony. But when we consider our relationship with other orders, are we able to see this mutual fulfillment? Are we able to see this, see our responsibility towards this harmony? If we look outside in nature, we can see many issues. Global warming, temperature is rising up. Many issues are there. Pollution is there. Natural resources are getting depleted. Many issues related to the nature. There are extinction of animal species, plant species. Yes, I can see one hand raise. Himanshu. Let me check one moment. Yeah, maybe by mistake. Sir, if you want to raise your hand, you can raise your hand. Mic is provided to almost everyone. You can unmute and speak. Yes, maybe by mistake. Yeah. So if you see these issues in nature, what do you think about these issues? Are they man-made? Majority, yes. Yes. And if you want to speak, you can unmute your mic or you can raise your hand.
Relationship of mutual fulfillment again.
Yes, sir. Renganath ji.
Yes, madam. I would like to put for my idea. All these four orders are interdependent, madam.
Yes.
We are providing the needful things for their growth, either animals or the plants. And because of selfishness of the people who are money-minded, they are damaging the nature. That is why we feel that disorder, that is ozone layer coming down, and other things, disaster also, because they are almost doing some construction in the tanks and other water areas. That also might be the major cause.
Yes.
For causing damaging biodiversity, madam.
Yes, very nice, sir. Very nice. Yes, nice. So, yeah, I can see one question also there in the chat. Himanshu Behraji is writing mutual fulfillment again. Okay. Yeah. Renganath ji was saying about the interdependence of all these four orders. If I explain this mutual fulfillment of each of these orders between physical order and bio order, we can see this mutual fulfillment. Plants are taking nutrients from the soil. They are taking water from the soil. So that way plants are able to grow up. And what they are giving back, if you see the plants in a particular place, you can see that water table in that place is high. Nutrients, the soil level nutrients are there. The soil will be having, because when the lifetime of the plants is over, the leaves and branches of the plants that will be going back to the soil, and that way the soil will be getting enriched. That means the plants, the plants will be able to grow up in the same place. So there we can see a mutual fulfillment between the physical order and bio order. Is it clear, Bhaiya? And if we see the bio order and animal order, animals, they depend. If you see a rabbit, they are taking plants, they are consuming plants, and they are able to grow up. Small animals are eaten up by the bigger animals, and they will be growing back. The fecal matter of the animals will be going back to the soil, and then that way, that also getting enriched. That will become as a manure for the plants and trees. And if it go back to the soil, soil also getting enriched. Many minerals are there. So that way soil also getting enriched. So there we can see a mutual fulfillment of physical order and bio order and animal order and physical order also. Animals, for their shelter, they depend on the physical order. Say they are living in the forest, you can think about the animals living in the forest. They depend on bio order. We are not giving anything to the natural way to the animals. They live by their own. Only to the domestic animals we are providing shelter and food. But when we think about the other animals, they are living by their own. They depend on the forest, the natural environment, and that way they are able to live by their own. So there is a mutual dependence or mutual fulfillment between all these three orders. And when we think about the human order, is it clear, Bhaiya? Himanshu Bhaiya, is it clear? Mutual fulfillment of these orders. If you have any question, you can raise your hand. If it's not clear, then you can raise your hand. I can provide you the mic also. Yes. If you think about the human order where we all belong, we are taking everything from the nature. We are constructing our shelter in the earth. We are taking the metals, we are taking the stones, constructing the buildings, we are taking the plants, trees from the bio order. We also depend on this animal order for our food, plants for our food. So this way we are taking everything from the nature. But are we able to give anything back? That's why all these question marks. So the same thing Degnatji was also explaining. So interdependence is there. We are largely depending on the non-renewable resources. This way, there is a depletion of the natural resources also. And pollution to the environment. Excess waste material is deposited. Air pollution, water pollution. So what we can do to solve all these issues? How we'll be able to develop a mutual relationship with other units? What about our natural acceptance? Naturally, we all want to be, natural acceptance is to live in harmony, to live in mutual fulfillment. So without right understanding, we are disturbing the nature, we are disturbing the natural ecosystem. So that's the reason for all these problems. So what's the solution? So what can be the solution? If right understanding, yes, Tengnathji, yes, you can, yes. Sir.
Understanding, madam. Right understanding.
Yes,
We live and let things all.
Sorry, Bhaiya, there is an issue.
Unless right understanding there, we cannot protect.
Yes. Kindly continue, Bhaiya. Yeah, initially there was a problem with your voice, but now I think it's fine.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. That is, I do agree with your things. That is, right understanding make us to live in mutual fulfillment and maintain harmony, madam.
Yes, very nice. Yes. Yes, thank you,
Is
Bhaiya.
my voice
Yeah, it's clear, Bhaiya. It's clear.
good? Thank
Yes. Yeah. So,
o- o- Only right understanding will make us.
yes, Bhaiya. Thank you. Nice. Nice. Yes. So we all need to develop the right understanding to make us mutually fulfilling to each of the four orders. Without right understanding, we are disturbing the nature. We are causing issues to the environment. So how we'll be able to develop this right understanding to protect the nature? Once human beings understand, they can be fulfilling to four orders. So if we see the interdependence and abundance in nature, if you see this triangle, physical order is largely available quantity wise. Quantity of each of these units, physical order is largely available. Bio order is lesser than that. Animal order is lesser than that. Human order, human beings, we are in small quantity. The number is less compared to other three orders. But what about the dependence? It's just the reverse order. We need to depend the animal order. We need to depend the bio order. We need to depend the physical order. Quantity as per overall enrichment of the whole and availability of sustaining resources. Dependence of each order is on all previous orders. Quantity wise, physical order is the largest. Physical order is not depending any other orders. It's mutually fulfilling. Bio order also mutually fulfilling with animal order and physical order. Animal order mutually fulfilling to other two orders. So survival of human order is dependent on all three orders. Human beings, in terms of quantity, the number is very less. Then also, without right understanding, we are creating issues to other orders. Because of our development activities, without right understanding, we are doing many things. We are disturbing the nature. We are destroying the natural ecosystem. What are the issues, the major issues like extinction of some of the animal species, plant species, resource depletion, environmental pollution, and ultimately leading to ozone layer depletion and climate changes, all these things. Any comments? So we can have a discussion on all these things. So what do you think about this? How we understood nature? If you are able to understand nature, whether all these problems will occur. If you are able to understand the nature in a proper way, we will be able to find out the solutions. So what do you think about this? What do problems like pollution, resource depletion, global warming, and climate change indicate? Our actions, our interactions with nature, is it in the right way? Do we want to develop right understanding? So what do you think about this? So what can be the solution for all these things? Maybe we'll have some discussion on this topic. So what are the issues around us in the nature and what do you think about as the solutions to solve these issues? Any of you want to come up with any suggestions? Like common problems, usually nowadays, every day we used to see in media, like waste accumulation. Yeah, Suryakanji is writing right utilization of the resources. Nice. So how could you please explain it more? Right utilization of the resources. Now we are able to see that we need to use energy in all the things. We need energy in every activity. So what type of energy we can use? We can think about alternative sources of energy, renewable energy sources. Without energy, almost everything is not possible. But if you are able to depend on renewable energy sources, we can utilize the resources in a better way. Any other solutions? Alternate solutions for materials. If you think about the construction, I'm from the civil engineering background. So if I would like to suggest some solutions, means I may be thinking about renewable sources of materials for construction. Usually in construction, cement is a mandatory material in construction. But if we think about the energy requirement for the manufacture of the cement, it's very huge. 1 gram of cement, 1 kilogram of cement manufacture, 1 kilogram of carbon dioxide is emitted. So you can think about the pollution from cement manufacture. But whether we'll be able to think about any type of construction without using cement? So how to solve that issue? We have to find a solution to replace cement. Either to reduce the usage of cement or to find out any alternative material. There are many researchers going in that field. Either to partially replace cement or for completely replacing cement. In the same way, if we think about any other construction materials, there are many alternate sources, many renewable sources. We can utilize the waste materials. So we can also think about the circular economy, recycling of the materials. Yes, you can also say something about, yes, Renganathji is saying finding alternative and other resources. Yes. Not only in construction, every activity we have to think about, we have to take the actions in such a way that those actions will be able to mutually fulfill the other 3 orders also. Without right understanding, if you are depositing the waste material to the nature, means it will be disturbing the other orders. It will be destroying the natural ecosystem. So every action, if you are able to find the alternate solutions, if you are able to think about the harmony in the nature, we can propose some solutions. So any comments or any suggestions? Yes, Suryakanji is saying earlier our ancestors were using a mixture of sand and limestone. Yes, lime was also using. Lime is also an alternative to cement. Yeah, we need to use sand, but as binder, we either need to use cement or lime. Yes, lime was also using. So we can think about the natural materials. We can think about renewable materials, I would say, rather than using non-renewable materials. Framing rules and implementation of the same to avoid exploitation and sure preserve and protect. Yes, but yes, I can see one hand raise. Yes, Vijay Kumar sir.
Ma'am, regarding to create homes, we can try composite materials now.
Yes.
So nowadays it's getting they're promoting that composite material using fiber, like that type of materials. Adding 2 or 3 materials blended, it creates less in cost, make it pollution free. Like that, we can create it, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Composite
Pollution
materials.
less. I'm not
Yes.
to yeah for instead of using bricks and everything, we can try for that other composite material to within that there is no need of taking so much sand and everything to pollute, to dig it and take it and use it, spoiling the nature. We can avoid that by using creating the composite material. It's my suggestion only, ma'am.
Yeah,
It's
yes.
now I'm thinking of imitate all.
Yes, yes, nice, sir. Actually, in construction, if we think about sand, if you are thinking about concrete, we can see that many of the construction purely depend on concrete, where we need to use sand. But this sand mining is nowadays prohibited. So, replacing sand, we need to find out some alternative sources. There also, we can depend on some waste materials. Research activities are going on in that field to replace cement, sand, and natural stone. They are the essential materials for concrete. So, finding out alternative materials is a major part of the research to improve the sustainability in construction. Yes.
Yeah. We have wood also, madam,
Yes.
for
Yes.
the construction of house. Americans use the wood
Yes, we can see that.
instead of cement. Yeah. Wood also usable to construct partitions, not the
Mhm.
foundation. What the explorer said, biogas is there, madam. Previously, we use garbage and cow dung also.
Ah,
Biogas, I hope
yes, yes.
clear. Right? Biogas.
Yeah,
For cooking.
alternate source of energy.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yes, nice. Yeah, this way we can think about in our domestic life also many alternatives. Rather than using, depending on the normal cooking gas, we can, as Ranganath ji was mentioning, we can think about the biogas. From the domestic waste itself, we can utilize it. And Vijay Kumar ji want to say something? Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thinking about that renewable energy sources, solar energy should be utilized more and more.
Hmm.
Nowadays, that central government and the state government should encourage more source of solar energy panel to be. They are giving from plenty of freebies. Instead of giving freebies of other things, TV, mixie like that, instead of that, they can give solar panels, UPS, and other sources with the maximum discount for 20,000, 50,000. It will help them to that renewable energy sources. We can utilize more and more. Okay, so instead of that, we can renewable energy sources can be, we can utilize more, ma'am, because we are based on we have plenty of solar energy we are getting every year. So it's a better way to use the renewable energy source. Windmills, smaller windmills also available, compact, portable windmills used for the home itself. It can be available. So according to that area wise, the central or state government should encourage the people to do that and give more subsidies and encourage them. That will be a nice thing to avoid these pollution uh, sources, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah, this way we can alternate energy sources are very much, if you are able to depend on such sources, that also very nice. But more than that, we need to develop this right understanding to see what action I need to take for reducing all these things. In some cases, we may say that we can impose some fines if we are utilizing more materials, more energy. Some fines can be imposed, but that also is not a right solution. And providing subsidies, definitely it will facilitate the usage of the solar panels and other sources of energy. But more than that, each of us need to develop the right understanding in within us to take the actions. Yes, Bhaiya, nice. So we can sum up this session. So this was the discussion related to nature. We were able to classify it into 4 orders: physical order, soil, metals, water, all those things. The action is in the form of formation and decomposition. We can see in nature, physical order. Bio order, trees, plants, growth is there. So that's the major difference between physical order and bio order. Growth is there, respiration is there in bio order. If we go to the animal order, it's the higher order, animals and birds. More than this respiration and growth, assumption, assuming, the capacity of assuming is there, self is also there. And if we go to the highest order, human order, where we all belong, human beings, so we have the capacity of knowing. So it's our responsibility to utilize that potential of knowing and to develop the right understanding based on our natural acceptance, so that we'll be able to see the harmony, we'll be able to develop the mutual enrichment with all the other orders. There is a relationship of mutual fulfillment among these 4 orders. The first 3 orders are mutually fulfilling for each other. They are fulfilling for human beings also. It is naturally acceptable to human beings to be fulfilling for all other orders. The role of human being is to realize this mutual fulfillment. For this, all that human beings need to do is, first one, to understand that mutual fulfillment is inherent in nature. We do not have to create it. That harmony is inherent in nature. We don't need to create it. We don't want to disturb it also. Actually, what we are doing is, we are disturbing the harmony. It's inherent in nature. We just need to understand the harmony, and we have to with that right understanding, if you are able to live in nature, we'll be able to develop that mutual fulfillment, to live according to that, understanding the harmony and to live according to that harmony. Then the mutual fulfillment among the 4 orders will be realized. And there is a provision in nature for living with mutual fulfillment. So if you think about the discussion in the previous sessions, initially, we started with harmony in the individual level, each of us in our own level. So there we discussed the right understanding. By developing the right understanding, we can develop this harmony in each one of us. And then we discussed about relationship, harmony in the family. Then we discussed about harmony in the society. So there we discussed first developing the harmony in the society. First, we need to develop the right understanding in each one of us. Then the prosperity in the family, then fearlessness in the society. And finally, now we were discussing about the harmony in the society, nature. Nature and existence we'll discuss in the higher level introductory workshop. So here we have some home assignments also. So we can have a discussion. I don't think that I'll be able to go to the last session. So we'll have a discussion here with these questions. Global warming and resource depletion are 2 problems of the current time. Are these natural occurrences or are they due to lack of right understanding of nature? This is what we had the discussion now. So what do you think about this? Natural occurrences or lack of right understanding? This was what we were having the discussion now. So you can respond to the chat box. Global warming and resource depletion. Lack of right understanding. Nice. Veda Prakash Ji, Chamundeshwari Ji is writing. Lack of right understanding. Nice. Do we human beings have a role to play in nature? So what do you think about this? Do we need to play a role in the nature? Harmony is already there. So what is our role? We don't need to disturb the harmony. There lies the role of each of us. Harmony is there, existing. We just need to understand the harmony and live according to that harmony, not to disturb the harmony. So what can be done? What can be done to further develop the harmony in nature? At least not to disturb the harmony in nature, to make right utilization of physical facility. After all, it comes from rest of the nature. Right utilization of physical facility. To evolve a way of living in harmony with nature. So we all need to develop a way of living in harmony with nature. If you are able to see right understanding, we can evolve a way of, each of us can work towards this way of living harmony in nature. So what are some of the activities you can do in contributing to the harmony in nature? This is an interesting question. We have to think about this very seriously. If you are able to see the harmony in nature, how we will be able to implement it in our life without disturbing, just to make maintaining that harmony by rightly utilizing the resources. Can I get some responses? Every day, if you are thinking about the activities, whatever we are performing, can we suggest some of the solutions to reduce the disturbances human beings are creating on the nature? Each of us can suggest something. So maybe accordingly, we can also, others also will get some idea. Yeah, these are the common suggestions. Usually we say we have to rightly utilize the resources. We have to reduce the usage of non-renewable resources. Usually we discuss it with the students. When we discuss, I'm teaching sustainable construction for civil engineering students. It's an elective topic. So there we have different modules. So in the class, when we are discussing the theory, we'll be saying them, you can think about some alternate sources which can reduce the usage of renewable sources, non-renewable sources, and you can or optimize the usage of non-renewable sources and maximize the usage of renewable. But actually what we will be able to implement it in our life, that's what we want to suggest. Maybe each of us can say something through the chat box, or we can say something. You can unmute your mic and you can tell us some suggestions so that everyone will get an idea. Yes. Can I get some responses in that way in our daily life? Maybe I can tell you an example, like the plastic waste. Every day if we go to shop, we will be getting the plastics, one-time plastic bags, carry bags. So what can be a solution we can suggest by reducing the usage of plastic bags? That's a simple solution.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Yes, sir. Vijay Kumar Bhaiya. Yes, Bhaiya.
Normally we are using that petrol or diesel vehicle. Instead of that, we can use electric vehicles. It may also reduce that pollution. Ma'am.
Yes. Nice.
It's my suggestion
Yeah,
only.
very nice. Yes. Vijay Kumar Bhaiya was saying it's a very good suggestion. Nowadays, everyone is promoting that usage of electric vehicles also. We can see uh, in the street also the number of electric vehicles are increasing. So, yeah, that's a very good suggestion. So, how to charge those vehicles? We can reduce petrol, but for this electric vehicles, if you are depending electricity from non-renewable resources, means again it would be a problem. So there also we can think about, sir was earlier explaining about the solar panels. If you are able to implement the solar panels in our own house and we are able to get the energy, that energy can be utilized in charging these electric vehicles. So there also we need to think about alternate solutions rather than using the conventional solutions of energy. Yes, Bhaiya. Yeah, any other suggestions? What I was saying that, yeah, that was one thing I thought about everyday life, in my life, my own life. If I go to shop, I'll take a bag with me. I will never buy that plastic bag from the shops. That I'm practicing for last 3 years. Whenever I go to a shop, I'll never take the bag from those shops. I will, whether I'm going to a textile shop, then also I'll take a bag with me, and the textiles I'm buying, I'll take it in that bag. Nowadays, they will ask in the shop, you want to buy a bag or you can take it without bag. So if you have a bag, you're having a bag of your own, you don't need to take the bag from those people. Most of them will be giving, nowadays in the textile shop, we can see that they are giving the paper bags. That's good. But to save the resources, you can think about bringing a bag of your own. In the vegetable shop also, when you are going, grocery, everywhere, you can bring a bag of your own. That's a simple thing we can adopt in our own life. Yes. Can you get some suggestions like
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Again,
Normally, when we are going to any groceries or something very near to us, normally we have taken some vehicle. We can avoid that. We can walk. It is around of 500 meter or within a 1 kilometer circle. We can go by walk. It become a very good exercise for health also.
yes.
It can reduce the pollution also. Both the things will happen.
Yes.
So this might be. It's looking very. Just we are thinking 1 kilometer, but every day cutting that 1 kilometer, 30 kilometer per month, yearly 360 kilometers. It might be everybody like that. It's an enormous pollution can be prevented. Yes, ma'am.
Very nice, very nice. This we have discussed when we discussed about the health session. We were discussing about this labor and exercise. So that can be considered as a labor. It's giving our body movements and at the same
Yeah.
time an exercise. Yeah, nice, very nice. Physical facility, producing physical facility along with
Okay.
body movement. So that can be considered as a labor. That will protect the nature with, if you are not using the car or if you are not using the vehicle, reducing the pollution. Nice suggestion, Bhaiya. Nice.
For example, I'm giving an on I'm on insurance, online insurance. They
Mhm.
have an application. In that application, what they are doing is daily this much kilometer you walk, we are crediting these points, this much points every
Very
day.
nice.
So 365 days you are walking. Automatically, they knew that when you are walking regularly, automatically there is no disease or any illness that doesn't come easily. So they are promoting that insurance company. Daily, they have a clock. You can you normally click it and go daily. They give credit points and it can be added to the next year yearly basis.
Yes.
Amount can be raised in that
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah,
They are giving a very good
premium.
option. That's looking nice to me.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
to
very good.
that premium.
Yeah, premium amount, there can be a reduction. Is it like that, Bhaiya?
Yes. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're absolutely right.
Nice, nice. Very good. Yeah, we can think about something like that. That's nice. Renganath Bhaiya also want to say something?
Yes, madam. My suggestion is organizing awareness programs, madam, or workshops to enlighten and educate the people.
Yes.
Do so to protect the nature, to live well.
Yeah.
That's very important. Educating the common people so that they follow all our suggestions, madam. I
Yes.
feel it works well. I think so.
Yeah, yes, Bhaiya, it's a very good suggestion. That was what we were doing all these years.
Yes, madam.
But yeah, but the thing is that even though we are promoting these things, awareness, and giving them all kind of suggestions and solutions, we can see that many of them are not following. Even our case also, we are not that following. The reason
Yes.
is we have to develop right understanding. If you are able to see that the harmony in each of us is can be ensured, that means continued happiness and prosperity can be ensured only if we are having harmony in all four levels.
Yes. Yes.
So that
Nice.
way, yes, that way we need to develop right understanding.
Yes.
Yes, 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 Bhaiya. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other suggestions? Any of you want to say something? Daily life, what each of us you are practicing in your own life, so that others will be all able to get that motivation to implement, like what Vijay Kumar Bhaiya was saying. I was not aware about that thing, insurance and all. Nice suggestion. So others are also having, I can see a hand raise. Yes, Amrish Patel ji want to say something. Yes, Bhaiya. Amrish ji. Amrish Bhaiya. No.
Yeah, Didi, namaste.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Yeah, I hope I'm audible. Yeah,
Yes, perfectly.
yeah. One suggestion from my side also, like what we have done recently is we had now cut down use and throw types of that spoon, plates, and all that, bringing into the function halls within the home also. So that also is going to help with the environment, I think.
Yeah,
But,
very nice.
what is the problem is we are only thinking of how to wash the utensils and all that, but it is helping my health also if I am there doing that routine, washing the utensils, not trying to get those use and throw types of plates and spoons and all the stamlets, and that way we are helping for the nature. That's what I was thinking. So I
Yeah.
just right now we are in a celebration of my brother's
Okay.
son's birthday. So this we have avoided today. Actually, we are there in that party itself. Right?
Oh, very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
I just wanted to reflect that whatever is happening. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Nice, Bhaiya. Yeah, this green protocol now we used to follow in most of our
Workshops,
occasions.
Didi.
Yes,
Yeah.
workshops.
There also it is difficult, Didi, even though we put forth, but it has to start from me. So that way we have started.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Every day we can take some of such suggestions in our life. Nice.
Yes, Didi. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
Namaste to you, everyone.
Namaste. Yeah, thank you. Any other suggestions? Like Bhaiya was saying, in our university also, earlier we were using this use and throw paper plates, paper cups, but now we bought the cups, steel cups. The only thing is that we have to wash it. There also we need to think about cleaning and those things. But still, every time if you are throwing away these plastic cups and those things, it will be disturbing the nature. It will be creating the problems. Yes, so such green protocol can be ensured in our family life also. Very nice, nice suggestion. Any other suggestions from any of you? Anyway, so we can think about. So that's the question for this assignment. what are the activities you can do in contributing to the harmony in nature. Each of us can think about this in our daily activity every day, starting from morning, waking up, and then whatever resources I am using for taking the shower. So there also water utilization, how I'll be able to reduce the quantity of water, whether I'll be able to implement any type of recycling of water. That also we can use in our house. Recycling of water from the wash basins, kitchen, drainage, and all those things, we can recycle the water and utilize for watering the plants. That way also we can save the water, and also we can think about water harvesting measures. So this way we can reduce the quantity of water usage. Water harvesting, water recharging is also a possibility. You can, if it is a rainy area, if it is a rainy period, we can either storage the water, and we can think about water harvesting. But water recharging is very easily we can adopt. The water from the terrace, we can divert it to the open well, and that way we can recharge the groundwater. So there are many possibilities. Yes. And our domestic waste, we can think about the biogas plants. Domestic waste can be disposed of, and also the energy, the gas can be utilized for cooking. So those are the things we can adopt in our daily life. Installing the solar panels, we can think about alternate energy. And also these green protocols we can implement in our daily life. Many of the things, if you can list it down, you will be able to see that, oh, this way I am able to shift my life, I am able to change my life towards the path of right understanding for maintaining harmony in the nature. We are not going to create it. We are working for reducing the disturbances of the disturbances in harmony of the nature. So that way, with right understanding, we can implement many things in our life. Okay, thank you all. Nice. Any discussion, any questions? Or shall we stop here? Any questions? Yes, thank you all.
Thank you, Deepalidi. So certainly we like to have
Thank
more
you.
discussion. So we will meet again next Wednesday for the same to continue. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Namaste, namaste, Jidi, namaste.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste, Sri.